It's your smell. What the Verd is barbecuing.
G'day you filthy jabronis, it is the TheVerdIncarnate back with you again. I took a week off, but my boy still got the job done, not bad. So, today we have another battle. This is a pretty important one too. Well, yeah, they're all important, but this one, set it to music 2019. 2019. 19, because whatever. D-Pad, he has a good team. I am fully expecting Manaphy, Lopunny, Zygarde, Darmanitan, potentially stuff like Regirock and Whimsicott. I don't know. We're going into this though, and we're going to see what happens. And I know that Manaphy and Jirachi are going to be there. I know that much. They're both there. Cool. He actually brings pretty much the team I expected. Let's see. Manaphy, Jirachi, Darmanitan, Whimsicott, Fletchinder, and Raichu. Okay, he brought the Raichu. Now that's fine. That's all good. So he didn't bring Hitmontop, no, Hitmonchan, whatever it was, which means hazards are amazing. My issue is obviously Jirachi. Lead matchup wise, China's still best. If he leads with Jirachi, we can take any one hit and get up rocks, which obviously with a Fletchinder and a Darmanitan on the team are paramount. I want to get that stuff up. He may lead with Raichu to... Well, he can't really prevent rocks though with Raichu or Jirachi if I led with Skarm. So I don't know what he was gonna. I don't know what he's gonna do. Let me look at this team a bit more. Suss out exactly how I feel I'm going to be able to win. So, Raichu doesn't really bother me. I have a ground type as well as having Tangrowth. Fletch doesn't worry me. Whimsicott doesn't really worry me either because Tangrowth and Gengar and Skarm are things. So it's really just the first three. Darmanitan's only scary when rocks aren't up. Manaphy's only scary if you can potentially get off a Tail Glow, but basically if he's the calm mindset, Lantern Wolves that thing to hell and back. And then you got Jirachi. Jirachi is the main problem. If he brings that calm mindset, we're in trouble. Well, we're not in trouble, but like we can deal with it, but at the same time, we're going to lose a Pokemon dealing with it. So good luck, D-Pad. If we can get to 6-0, that'd be great, but we're going to find out right now. What do you lead with? What do you lead with? If you lead with Darmanitan, we should be in a good spot. I'm pretty sure we can take one hit from Darmanitan. Just fine. I'm going to lead with China, because I want these rocks, guys. I want these rocks turn 1. He is going to lead with Twitch. Is Raichu. That's perfect. Okay. Raichu can have Taunt, but that's fine. I have no reason not to click rocks. If he has Magic Coat, does Raichu even get Magic Coat? It's such a dumb question, isn't it? But we're gonna find out. you best believe I'm doing the research. Let's see. Raichu. Can you learn? I can only learn Magnet Rise. So he potentially might go for Magnet Rise here, which could be a really nice tech for him. I lose nothing from clicking Stealth Rock. I also believe Raichu doesn't get Taunt. It does not get Taunt, so there's no reason why we don't click Stealth Rock this turn. I don't care if he HP Ices. He's going to withdraw. We get Rocks up turn 1. Phenomenal. I don't think we're going to Rachi. He goes in Manaphy. Okay. Alright. We get Rocks up turn 1, and that's huge, because he has a Fletchinder. He has a Darmanitan, so that is massive for our team. I'm going to go straight into my Tangrowth. It is designed specifically to deal with Manaphy. That's all good. 2 Ice Beams from here does definitely not kill us. I don't know what kind of Manaphy set he wants to bring, but we have pretty much the means to be able to handle it, regardless. Leaf Storm is pretty much a kill on most Manaphy sets, so that's good. And if it's not a kill, we still get off huge damage, and if he turns out to be the Rain Dance Manaphy, that's also great. Manaphy is an interesting switch in, though, to a Nidoqueen. That definitely leads me to believe he is a bulkier variant of Manaphy in this matchup. It's very, very surprising. Really surprising. So he stays in, obviously, because I assume he's faster. Going to New Day Rocks, because we are a Tangrowth, and we can take anything a Manaphy wants to throw at us. I don't think it'll Ice Beam, I think it's Scald. He actually goes to Energy Ball, predicting Lantern. That's going to do diddly squat. Delicious. Really nice thing about his Life Orb, that did nothing for a Life Orb Manaphy. Okay, so I have a bit of a predicament here. So, my play, I believe, is to knock off. Because even if he Ice Beams, yeah, it's going to hurt, but I can actually take 2 of them because I'm a bulky son of a bitch. And I can potentially catch anything on his team on switch in here with knockoff, and that's fantastic. So I think knockoff is definitely the play. Life Orb Manaphy is good to see. He's going to Ice Beam. This is not going to do too much. As long as it doesn't freeze us, we're in a pretty good spot, or crit us. Hopefully neither happens. Neither does happen, which means we can fire off this knockoff to get rid of this item. Should get a decent chunk of damage off on this Manaphy too. We actually do, so that's nice. Now, judging on the first Ice Beam, doing about how much it did, the second one should not be able to kill us. But what we can do just to play it safe is go straight into Lantern. We don't need to play any games with this Manaphy. Obviously, Ice Beam is hurting us. He may try and preserve as well, but I'm going to go directly out to my Lantern here. I'm not going to take any risks of dying to potential crits and whatnot. I'm going to go straight out to Bray Wyatt. Play it safe. I don't need to lose anything early game. Does he predict me? He certainly does not. Okay, that's cool. You do you, D-pad. That does absolutely nothing because I'm a Lantern. He doesn't get the freeze because why would he? So Manaphy being weakened is fantastic for my team. This thing was definitely a problem team building wise. What I'm going to do now is just double back into my Tangrowth, as I can easily take 2 Ice Beams now from this Manaphy. And if he wants to Energy Ball me, it's completely fine. He could try and double into Raichu here. I think that's definitely a play. And if I can get into Tangrowth again against Raichu, it's another free knockoff for my team, which is wonderful. I like that a lot. So we are in a fantastic position early game. We have Rocks up, so Fletchinder and Darmanitan are seriously hurt. We have knocked off the Manaphy's Life Orb, which means if it is potentially Tail Glow, we can deal with it from here. I believe my Tangrowth can take on a Tail Glow Manaphy. I don't think he's going to Tail Glow here. I don't see it being his best play, but that's just maybe me and my opinion. But I don't see Tail Glow being the best play off of a potential Volt Switch against my Lantern. He does just go for Energy Ball, so we read him like a fiddle. He's making very obvious plays here. That shouldn't do too much. Don't get the Speed F drop, though. Fantastic. Okay. Since there's no Speed F drop, we are quite safe to go for Leaf Storm here and take out this Manaphy. Yeah. Ice Beam can't kill us. We can hit him with Leaf Storm, and Manaphy will go down. He's going to withdraw. That's fine. I don't really know how to you're going to go to. Jirachi, that's okay. Jirachi's fine. Can we get a bit of damage off of this Leaf Storm? That'd be great if we could hit this and get some damage off. We do. We can kind of tell what Jirachi we're dealing with today. That does a fair whack. I'm going to say that's an offensive Jirachi, potentially Scarfed. Now I can take an Iron Head, so I kind of want to scout here and go for a knockoff. Because if he goes for Rocks and we can knock off a potential item, that is massive. I don't think that doesn't look like Carmine Jirachi, because that did a lot. I'm going to knock off here, because he could just potentially go for Iron Head, which is fine. We can easily play around that. But knockoff is 110% my play. U-turns, that's fine. We can eat this. We can also gauge damage. That does a very hefty chunk, because it's a crit. I'm going to assume if he's running U-turn, he is Scarf Rachi. But nothing on his team really wants to take a knockoff, barring the Manaphy here. He's going to go back into Twitch the Raichu. Okay. Alright. I'm going to go for my knockoff regardless. Does a good amount of damage, gets rid of Sash. Okay, so I am a special defensive Tangrowth, but I know my limits. My play is actually, I think I want to go into Lantern first, and then double in a Nidoqueen, because I feel like his play is to HP Ice here. So I think I'm actually going to go into Lantern first. This could be a risk if he goes for an electric move, but then again, judging on the damage that's been happening, I think his better play is just to HP Ice, and my play here is just to go straight into Lantern. 110% is going to Lantern. I think Lantern is the best play here. He goes for knockoff, that's fine. We don't need leftovers, really. Like, we have Rest Talk, so that's not a big deal. And now what I want to do is double into my Nidoqueen, because I feel his play is to go for like the Grass Knot if he has it, or to potentially double out. I'm just going to go Nidoqueen here. There's no real reason not to. If I can get into Nidoqueen against the Raichu, I can get off a relatively safe Toxic Spike, and that's going to be great against this team too. That's going to be really important. So that's my play. I think he should Grass Knot here if he has it. Hidden Power. Is that Hidden Power Ice or Hidden Power Grass? Let's find out. Hidden Power Grass. That is not what you wanted to have for this matchup. Oh dear. So, my play, I believe, is to go for a T-Spike. I don't think he's going to switch into Manaphy now because it's very weakened. And T-Spike is definitely my play. If he stays in, that's also phenomenal. I don't think he will, but he could. Just to sack off Raichu. That could be an option. Definitely. But if I can get up some T-Spikes now, then we are in the driver's seat, definitely. This Jirachi looks like it's going to get walled by my Skarmory. And if I can get up these T-Spikes, that is going to absolutely whittle that Manaphy, the Darmanitan, the Whimsicott, and this Raichu if he decides to switch out. We are in a phenomenal position here, guys. He's going to go for knockoff. That's totally fine. If my Poison Point activates, that's even better. Does he activate Poison Point? Doesn't. We get 1 layer of T-Spikes up. We can get a 2nd layer up right now, and they will be up to stay for the entire duration of this battle. D-pad is in a very, very bad spot now, guys. We have 2 layers of T-Spikes and a layer of rocks up. We might not get up our spikes, but I said in the team builder, all I really needed was the rocks and the spikes, and we would be, like, rocks and T-Spikes, and we'd be good. He's going to withdraw, potentially out to Manaphy. Out to Jirachi, that's fine. Take some more rocks. It's all good. T-Spikes are going to go up. Groovy. So my play actually I feel here is to Super Fang. Why I want a Super Fang is because if he goes for Iron Head, it's fine. If he goes for Zen Headbutt and kills me, like I said, I believe he's Scarfed. And if he wants to predict me here and go into like the Thunderbolt, it's okay. I don't mind losing Nidoqueen here. I feel against his team, it isn't really going to be that important. I don't think. Because I can deal with Raichu from now on. I can deal with everything else. I'm going to go for Super Fang. If he goes to Zen Headbutt, it might not even kill us. So, there's that too. He's going to Zen Headbutt. I don't even know if this kills us, though. Because we are a defensive Nidoqueen. Do we not get flinch? Can we get the Super Fang off? D-pad. That's not cool, man. I don't like these Raichu strats. But we can go straight into my Skarmory. I don't care. Like, keeping Nidoqueen at this health anyway allows me to switch into Raichu because he's Hidden Power Grass. I don't know why he was Hidden Power Grass and not Grass or not. That's... he could be Hidden Power Ground, actually, now that I think about it. But then again, like, does that even make sense? I'm going to go into Beth Phoenix, because he obviously stayed in. Question is he a mixed attacker? He is! Okay. I have no idea what item he is, though. Why didn't my Rocky Helmet activate? Did I forget to change the item? I bet I'm still Ockerberry. Ah, that's actually okay, because this is our Manatan on his team. That's fine. So, if he has T-Bolt now, we might die, because he could be E-Belt Rachi. Potential. But at this point, it's okay. I am going to go for a Spike, because Skarmory isn't really needed for much else. I'm just going to Spike up here, because he's not Scarf. That's all I needed to know. Oh, I'm Ockerberry. Yum. Okay. He's not Scarf. That's the important thing. We can eat these. We're a Skarmory. Doesn't get the burn, hopefully. First layer of spikes is up. Glorious. Alright, you are in a horrible position now, my friend. Okay, you're in a bad way. So, I'm going to Whirlwind this turn, because there's no reason for this Jirachi to stay in against me. There really isn't. He knows I'm just going to get up on my spikes if he does. Then again, if he goes into Nidoqueen, if he goes into Raichu, I can just go ahead into Nidoqueen. So I don't care, I'm just going to get the Spike again. Fire Punch away, man. Unless you get a burn, like, this isn't doing shit anyway. Like, I can take that. He gets a crit, though. Can you... He's got a couple of crits, it's been annoying, but I can take another one, get off a Roost. I'm in just a ridiculously good position. I can just fire off a Roost here. Willy-nilly, I can take another Fire Punch as long as it doesn't crit. Get off my Roost, get up my last layer of spikes, and then start shuffling. Alright, I think we should be good from here, because... yeah, I can handle Whimsicott just fine. I can handle Manaphy now. 2 layers of T-Spikes, 2 layers of Spikes, and Stealth Rocks are up right now. As long as it doesn't crit us, we definitely live. No burn. And we Roost. Glorious. This is going very, very nicely for us. We are in an amazing position. I am free to just Roost one more time to get myself back up to our Sturdy level. He's going to Fire Punch again. Don't know why he's doing this. I really wish I had the Rocky Helmet, because this would be definitely hurting the Jirachi more. He does get the burn, which I don't care about, because I was only running Drill Peck, which was frankly just to hit the Lopunny for a little bit of damage. The reason why I was running that over Brave Bird, I didn't really explain it in my team builder, was just to get a bit more chip damage on the Lopunny, to be fair. But this Jirachi is not doing anything to me. I can now quite safely just go for my last layer of Spikes. So 3 layers of Spikes, 2 layers of T-Spikes, and a layer of Rocks. D-pad, God help your soul. This is going to be crazy. So... my best play now is just to Roost up to a decent amount of HP and then start Whirlwind shuffling. I really lose nothing from doing it. I don't believe Jirachi kills us from here with a Fire Punch, so that's nice. Like, I know this is a shit strat, but it's working. He doesn't get the crit either, which is awesome, so we get free Roost. And we're Roosting up to a point now where we can just keep on stalling out this Jirachi. Although we're taking burn damage and it sucks. I could make an aggressive play here, but I don't really need to. I can quite safely just Roost stall this man. I'm getting more health back every single time, and he's banking on himself getting another crit, which would suck for me, but like at the same time I'm getting more health back. I know this is a shit strat, but if I can get my Skarmory back up to the point where we're taking 2 Fire Punches, then I can Whirlwind out his Jirachi, and then we're in a really good spot. And we're getting to that point already. Like, I'm already back in the green. This is going very well. He can't do shit. Like, I don't mean to be rude, but he just can't do anything right now. He is in the proverbial quagmire. And I can now just take complete... He gets a crit there, though. That's... Like, D-pad's getting all the crits today. He's getting all the hacks in his favor, but it's still not stopping us. We are in too strong of a position now. I think we've just got him pretty much under wraps here. There's really not much he can do. I think Mega Absol's about to come in and win, to be fair. I think I might just get a Mega Absol sweep today. Because quite frankly, with all the hazards that are up, I really don't see a way that he comes back from this. Gengar might just sweep now too as well, because if that's not a Scarf Darmanitan, it outspeeds everything on his team. And I have Lantern for Scarf Darmanitan. I can just roost one more time on the next Fire Punch, and then we'll be at the perfect amount of HP, barring a crit. I'm really sorry that I have to do this D-pad. I don't mean to. It's literally just putting myself in the best position. You would do the same. I know a lot of people do the same if they're in my position. You're just trying to put yourself in the best spot you can for the battle. So one more Roost will do that for me. I want to be in a position where I can just whirlwind out this Jirachi. So one more Roost is all I really need to do here. Preserving as many Roosts as I can just for late game against Rachi potentially. But then again, I can just shuffle this Rachi out. So I'm going to take one more Fire Punch, Roost all the way back onto full, and now I'm going to Whirlwind. Because Whirlwinding here kills Raichu, I'm pretty sure. If my damage has been done correctly, pretty sure Raichu will die if I shuffle it in. If he goes into Fletch, that's going to suck for him. If he goes into Darmanitan, that's going to be even worse. Manaphy is also not going to appreciate it. We can just Whirlwind now, pretty safely. He is going to Fire Punch us. We can just Whirlwind, and now we are just going to take full control. Go, Beth Phoenix. Blah. Alright, what are you going to go out to? Manaphy, that is not ideal for you, is it, D-pad? Taking those rocks, taking the toxic spikes, and then we'll throw regular spikes on top of that. Okay, so Manaphy's pretty much dead in the water. So I do have Tangrowth in the back, which is obviously my play. No real reason not to go into New Day Rocks here. I can take an Ice Beam and then double into other stuff if I need to. And against most of Manaphy's moves, it's just solid. Like, I don't think Manaphy's going to Ice Beam. Even if it does, I can live it, because Tangrowth is Max Spadef Assault Vest, so it's fine. Manaphy can no longer come in as well. This is Manaphy's last stand, pretty much, guys. He's going to score. We can absolutely tank this. Hopefully he doesn't get the burn. That would be ideal. He doesn't get the burn. And Manaphy's going to die this turn. I want to play long term. I want Tangrowth in the back to be able to deal with his... I want Tangrowth in the back to be able to deal with the Whimsicott. So I'm actually going to sack off my Skarmory here. I wanted the 6-0, but I think I got to settle for potentially a 5-0. Then again, I don't care about differential. I just want to preserve my victory. Skarmory doesn't do a hell of a lot for me anymore. It was shuffling, that was about it. But I can just sack off Skarmory here to the Ice Beam. It is completely fine by me. It is my most expendable Pokemon on my team, and I believe this will be the first death. I don't even think I'm going to die to burn. So Manaphy is going to die to Toxic Spikes. So Skarmory did die. Okay, cool. My play is probably just Mega Absol, because I'm looking at his team, and I'm liking Mega Absol against it. Yeah. Mega Absol for sure is nice here, and then Skarmory dies to Jirachi. Burn. Okay, so 5-5, but I have all my spikes, my rocks, and all my T-spikes. So at this point, Absol can pretty much just clean up, I think. Because Manaphy's out of the way, which means that Tangrowth is also free to now be a fantastic Whimsicott plus Raichu check. Means I don't have to put as much pressure on my Nidoqueen, which I can save for other things. But definitely, I think my play is to go Absol, just because Absol can go for Sucker Punch and kill Jirachi, which is just great. Yeah, he's going to go Rachi. Absol can just Sucker Punch this and kill it, because he revealed... He hasn't actually... Okay, he hasn't revealed the Culber Berry. That's something he hasn't revealed yet. So, do I want to play smart against Culber Berry? Let's see. Mega Absol. I'm going to do some calcs because I need to make sure. Like, I'm pretty... Okay, so I'm thinking, though, he is like a He's basically playing it like a Scarf set. Like, the way he's been using it, it's, like, very physically offensive. Could potentially be adamant. But what I need to see is how much damage I can do to this thing if he has a Cold Berry. So if you're Cold Berry Rachi, obviously I know you're going to be able to eat up some hits. I got plenty of time to calc this because I've been making my plays very fast. Like, sometimes you can make very fast plays because D-pad was playing a little bit one-dimensional at the start there. So I don't want to have to risk my Absol here, but I'm just curious. So since he has, I'm just saying the potential for a Cold Berry. This is taking way too long because my computer's being a little shit. So Sucker Punch does 38 to 46 even if he has a Colbur. That's pretty much good enough for me, I think. That looks like it would be 38%, doesn't it? Yeah, it's definitely in 38% range. I am going to Mega Evolve here in Sucker Punch. I don't really see any reason not to. If he has the Colbur, from the calc that I've done, Jolly, Mega Absol, well, yeah, I'm actually naive, but Sucker Punch does a minimum of 38.5 if he does have the Colbur Berry. He doesn't have the Colbur Berry, so Jirachi's dead, so there's that. Okay, I think that's Mega Absol's first kill for the league, too. Dies to Mega Absol. Like I said, it could just be a Mega Absol sweep. I know he has this. This is fine. I'm assuming this outspeeds me. It's the only reason he brought it in. But at the same time, I have so many options against this thing. So Jirachi and Manaphy, probably the two biggest threats on his team, are the first two dead. That's what you want to see. I have no reason not to go into Tangrowth here. Yeah, Tangrowth's definitely my play. Because look how much damage that Whimsicott's taking every single time it comes in against me. Like, I'm going into Tangrowth here, man. I got no reason not to. You might go for, like, Moonblast, I'm assuming is his play of choice. Yeah, that's doing nothing to my Tangrowth, bro. Pitiful damage. Does get the special attack drop, but I was going to go for knockoff regardless because it will kill Raichu if Raichu tries to come. He's actually lefties. Could potentially be, like I said, max speed, max speed, max HP. I'm going to go for the knockoff because it will kill Raichu, and being able to get rid of potential Scarf on Darmanitan basically secures Absol's victory. So he's going to Moonblast again. Okay, if he sacks off Whimsicott, we definitely win, so that's cool. He gets another special attack drop, so D-pad's getting those drops. I have no reason not to knock off here. Get rid of those lefties. I figured he'd go into Darmanitan. I guess he decided not to, which is fine. Not even a crit Moonblast can kill us from here. And we are quite safe to just fire off the Sludge Bomb and get the kill on Whimsicott if he chooses to keep it in for one more turn. He does, so we should be able to live this just fine. We are fully specially defensive. Yeah, yum. So Whimsicott dies to Tangrowth, Sludge Bomb. So the only thing now that can potentially save him doesn't even save him because it would be Belly Drum Darmanitan. Doesn't really save him at all. If he goes into Darmanitan here, he goes into Fletch, which is okay. That's actually probably better than Darmanitan because I can now preserve my Tangrowth, which is great. I'll take that. I can just go straight to my Lantern. If he SDs, I can take any hit. And, see, I'm worried, though, because if he's SD Natural Gift, that could be a problem. But I'm fully defensive. I can take this shit. I don't think he's going to SD against a Tangrowth either. Yeah, Roos, that's fine. So Whimsicott's down. I have no reason not to spam Scold, by the way, guys, just because he has a Raichu in the bag. I don't really need to give it a Lightning Rod boost. I do have... I can just go for a Scold here. It's pretty safe. If he goes for SD, it's fine. He goes for Willow, so he's just that set. I'm Rest Talk, so I deal with this Fletchinder set. I felt he might bring a really weird Spadef Fletchinder, so that's fine. I can just Scold away, get a nice chunk of damage off on this thing. The burn kind of sucks. My play here, though, is to go for the Volt Switch. I don't think he's going to Roost here. Volt Switch is definitely my play. He is going to Roost, it's fine. Doesn't really bother me too much at all, actually. Because from here, what I can do is just go into my Gengar. I think that's the play. Actually, I could just go into my Absol too if I really wanted to. I can go into Nido Queen. I kind of like the idea of Nido Queen because Acro won't kill me. And I can Dragon Tail. And if he Willows, it's fine. Like, yeah. Nido's definitely the play, actually, now that I think about it. Because Dragon Tail here is just so good against him. If he Willows me, I don't care, really. It's not a big deal. But if I can get off this Dragon Tail against the Fletch, that's going to be massive. He does just go for Willow. He does hit it, but that's fine. As long as I can hit this Dragon Tail, there is no issue at this point. As we do connect, get out of here. It's going to basically secure our victory, I think, because he's going to go into Raichu, the Twitch. This might just die to hazards, now that I think about it. This might just die to hazards. Does this just die to hazards? It almost does. It's going to die to Nidoqueen's Toxic Spikes anyway, so there you go. Raichu dies to Nido. So that's a second T-Spike skill. Fantastic. So all he has left now is 2 fire types. He's going to go back into his Fletch, which is fine. What I can just do is Dragon Tail again. If he Acros, I think I can actually live it from here, which is dumb, but it's true. He's going to Roost. I can just Dragon Tail for free. I don't like need to do any kind of ridiculous plays here to secure my victory. I'm just going to Dragon Tail again, bro. Get out. Yep, so Fletch is out of here. In's going to come out Darmanitan, Eero. I think I know the reference, but I can't remember it. But anyway, he's going to get poisoned. All that good shit. And he is half health already. Good grief. These hazards have absolutely destroyed this man. This is why this man needs hazard removal. That's why he's getting Golbat, I'm pretty sure. I kind of want to preserve, but is it worth it? I can go into Lantern just fine, to be fair. He might just EQ, though. He might. He might just U-turn, though, to be fair. I'm gonna go into Lantern, because I like keeping my Nidoqueen a decent differential, because it's been getting kills for me. I'm gonna go into Lantern. If he Earthquakes, so be it. I win with Absol from here, so it's fine. I'm gonna go into my Lantern. He's gonna Flare Blitz. We absolutely tank that, because we are a Lantern. We're gonna see from here as well if he's potentially Life Orb. That does a lot. Takes his recoil. Is he Life Orb too? We do not see Life Orb. And from here, Lantern will go down. But that just opens the door for Absol to win. So I'm going to go for the rest here as he's going to lose his Darmanitan. Probably to Toxic Spikes, I think, this turn. Here's where he's going to lose it to, which is great. Because that's another kill for Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen racking up its, what would this be, 3rd kill of the game. He gets a crit, which doesn't really matter. Some of those crits were unfortunate earlier on. I kind of wish I was Rocky Helmet, not Ockerberry, but it's fine. Yeah, he's going to die to T-Spikes. So, Lantern dies to Darm. And I'm just going to go into my Mega Absol here. There's no way back for him from now. And then Darm dies to T-Spikes. So yeah, his choice not to bring the Hitmonchan has really come back to bite him. I click knockoff here because I just do. He's going to Roost, but pretty sure the accumulation of knockoffs is just going to be able to wear him down. And regardless, even if it doesn't, I can just go into Nidoqueen. He could be no item, but then again, I don't know. Oh, so close. Okay. One more should do the trick, I believe. Because that was Eviole eating it up, but I believe one more knockoff secures the game. Dies to Nido, not T-Spikes. He is going to Roost. I'm pretty sure this will kill, though, and we should be able to secure a 4-0 win. Does this secure us a 4-0 win? You bet it does. Your Tampa Bay Frogadiers pick up their 6th victory in a row. We now go to 18 plus differential. And, he just DC. He probably wasn't happy with that game. But, good game, D-Pad. I'm sorry, man. You just didn't bring hazard removal, and I had to take advantage of that. I just had to. You didn't have Hitmontop on the team, and that was just your downfall. Because I had ways to cover it anyway. But Mega Absol finally getting some kills on the board for itself. Picking up 2 kills there, which was nice. 3 kills for Nidoqueen. and then the cheeky kill for Tangrowth. So we pick up, as I said, that 4-0 victory, which is really, really nice. Takes us to plus 18 differential, which I'm very happy about. So yeah, that went really well. The strategy went exactly the way that I wanted it to, and now we just keep on progressing, I guess, guys. Oh, that's a problem though, because he rage quit. We don't have the code. That's fine. I'll just type in all the stuff because I know all the things and whatnot. But thank you guys for watching this. I am TheVerd, and yeah, we are 6-0 to start the season with a plus 18 differential, averaging a 3-0 win every time we play. Next week, though, is going to be a big challenge. We have J-Specs, the commissioner and coach of the Hamden Hydreigons. They've been a bit up and down this season, so he's definitely going to give us a run for his money. It's Kieran Black and Mega Gardevoir, so that's going to be terrifying. But I'm excited for it. Huge announcement coming up soon about some trades that I have done, as well as my team has definitely got a bit of a shape up, but I'm really excited to show you what my team is now. But anyway, I am TheVerd, and I'm out this bitch.